What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Nothing But Skills, and I'm excited today to bring a new video. Today we're going to be talking about the crafting station and blueprints. It's all going to change soon in Title Update 4. We got some really good news in the state of the game. So if you guys have been looking at the crafting station, if you guys have been coming to the blueprint vendor like, man, this is a waste, right? I don't even use anything at the crafting station. The only thing I come here for are these mods. But look, if I grab a mask, if I craft one of these masks, they're worthless, right? Because first off, they only roll to gear score 490, and not only that, you can't do anything with a replica mask. You can't take any of the attributes. Say if I wanted that hazard protection, or say I wanted to roll that talent centered, I can't do anything with it. I can't do one thing with this mask, this Douglas and Hardy mask. It just sits there. First off, it's not max score. Second, I can't use the attributes. I can't use the talent. I can't transfer from or transfer to. And just to show you that, we're going to go to the recalibration station, head all the way down. Once I click on it, the top of it says this item cannot be recalibrated. But this is all going to change soon. Listen to what they had to say.
So what we're doing is that we're buffing crafting, and now you're going to be able to craft at gear score 500. No random range there, it's going to be 500 flat. To do so, you need to upgrade your crafting bench once. Players who's already tier 5, they will get this upgrade just by logging in. And for new players, once you reach World Tier 5, you'll get this together with the first upgrade for that tier.
Okay.
However, before you can upgrade, you need to find one gear and one weapon item of gear score 490 or more to use in the upgrade process. So this ensures that the new players to World Tier 5 doesn't boost their way too fast through it, but like gets the climb up. But then for the last bit, you're going to be able to more quickly find your builds and complete your. What we also did, since we wanted this to be viable for your build, we're actually allowing you to recalibrate crafted items now, and so you can use it both to recalibrate to and recalibrate from.
I think it's a really good change.
Yeah, if we didn't do that, then it's like, well, you're going to have a bunch of 500 pieces, but you can't get that like towards 100 recalibration score on them. So you're still going to have weaker pieces. So we felt that when you get that good crafting roll, then that's going to be a good roll. You don't have to replace it further down the line.
So you can deconstruct them as well in the same way and get the high materials that you're looking for?
Yeah, exactly. And then we also made a change there because the high materials were a bit hard to find, a little bit hard to get. They were on a 50% drop chance from a high-end branded item. So we made it guaranteed now. So every time you deconstruct a branded item, you're going to get one brand material from it. So if you find a Arialdi item and like, this is not for me, well, you know it's going to progress towards the crafting goals.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. Deconstructing gear sets will give you all the blue mats, the specialized materials now.
That's
so
really
that's
cool.
above. Yeah, because it felt a little bit weird that they're like more special than high-end items, but then they didn't have the chance of a high-end material. So yeah, we buffed that, and so you're always going to get a little bit of each of those. So that's pretty cool. And we're going to keep monitoring both the brand materials and the material farming, etc., because we know now people will start crafting more, which is great. And we'll also keep an eye out to see if the balancing is good in that kind of ecosystem where people is actually using the feature, or where the pain points start to arise. So yeah, and feedback is welcome with that, of course.
So that is really exciting news. All the changes that he just mentioned on the crafting station, the recalibration station, I'm very impressed with it, and I'm glad that they're doing this, and I think it's a step in the right direction. Being able to craft any of these gear items and being able to re-roll a talent from that gear item or roll a talent to that gear item will make these items actually worth it. And the fact that they're going to roll at 500, well, 490 to 500, is very, very impressive. And I think it's a smart move, a good move, and helps those players who aren't able to get that one piece that they need to complete their build. Not only that, they got into blueprints. Listen to what they had to say about blueprints.
Give me blueprints for dummies. Where are all of the blueprints that I'm looking for?
Now, in Endgame, you can get all the blueprints from that first we had 3 pools, right? Projects, weekly projects, and then the daily. We have some of them on the vendors, and when they refresh, you have a new one, and then you can grind some of them from control points. We're making that one big pool now.
Yep.
So if you want to get all your blueprints, go from control points. If you're not that eager, you're still gonna be able to buy some and get some from the projects and every now and again. And when they run out. So when you stop getting these drops, well, then you have all of them.
That's cool.
You can't get the ones that's on side missions. Those are still where they're supposed to be, so to say. So this is for the end game pools. Basically.
The side mission ones are very binary. Once you've cleared them, you've got them all, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But this is cool. Like, so some people who, I don't know, maybe are super busy and only have time to log in for 20 minutes a week, they can just be like, I'm going to go check the vendor.
Yeah.
And, maybe in a few months, they'll have everything.
Now, I know a lot of you guys had questions on what about blueprints? Can you share them from one character to the other? And we got some surprise information. Not even Hamish knew about it. Listen to what he had to say.
Where are we at with sharing blueprints across characters, account-wide blueprints?
So in the PTS, when you're in endgame, so when you reach World Tier 1 or higher, Inaya is going to sell you a perk that shares this character blueprints with every other character that has this perk. So basically, when you hit endgame, you go and buy this, and then you're going to be sharing it.
What?
Yeah?
Do we have this written down?
Yeah, I have it written down.
I don't.
Yeah, but I have my amateur notes.
That's the first time. So actual account-wide blueprints are. I thought I was putting you on the spot for something that you're gonna have to tell me, like, oh, it's
Can't talk about it.
philosophically we have to maybe no. So account-wide blueprints are a thing in CU5.
Yeah. So the first iteration.
Provided you have the perks.
Yeah, the first iteration of this perk was that it shared your blueprints and your materials.
Yes.
We actually scaled at the back of it, so it's now only the blueprints. And the reason for that was that we didn't really do anything about the inventory with the different characters, and we want to see where it goes before we just merge them all or whatever. We want to assess that. However, the blueprints, those are fine. So and the reason why you can't get them until you're in endgame is basically so you can't do weird exploits on low-level characters. Exactly. Because these are endgame things that you're going to be sharing most likely. Except the mods, which is unfortunate, but they're on side missions, so yeah, those are fun to play.
And another cool thing about that is also, I think we've seen people that say like, oh, I really want to play a new agent and I don't want to share the blueprints at all. So it's a choice, right? You can either buy the perk or you can leave it.
Yeah.
So if you really enjoy doing the blueprints again for whatever reason, you can do that as well. And I think having that option is really cool.
Yeah, that was actually my personal crusade for this, that we don't default to sharing them, but you opt in to do it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and getting the perk from the vendor costs like 9 credits or something. Like it's not, we're not trying to rip you off or anything. It's just an opt-in. So, and the reason why we didn't have this from the beginning was that we had a mantra of loot first, because it's a looter shooter, you're supposed to be looting. And the crafting was supposed to be a support system to help you fill some holes, etc. But once you got to end game, that was about going for the grind, right? But now when we can look at the game and see how it actually behaves, what's fun, etc., then now we're more confident in, let's actually buff this and allow players to use it for its full potential. Similar to what we did with crafting as well, allowing you to move wholesale rolls more, rather than just having these small conversions.
So that was a good explanation on why they didn't do it at launch. Now, they also get into exotics and they talk about them and how they're going to drop and how they no longer will be 490, but they will drop at 500.
So yeah, we did the exotic drops from Heroic Process. And another thing we did to exotics was that we actually buffed them. So what we did was we removed the random range on armor and weapon damage on guns and armor pieces, because they had a range they could roll in, but the rest of it was fixed, right?
Yeah.
So, and the idea behind the exotics was kind of, you get it once, then you can have it, and then you can upgrade it, you can bring it with you, but not necessarily that you would have to farm for it, etc., etc. We have other stuff for that, and exotics, they're supposed to be this one-time gratification thing. So what we did was basically we put all of them to the max of that span. And this goes for old exotics as well, which is really cool. Yeah, so if you had a strange roll on your Nemesis, now it's going to be on par with everyone else's, and it's going to be the max possible, so no one's getting nerfed.
So that means that if I have a Nemesis already and then I log in, does that...
It's better now.
There you go.
So if you guys have been looking for any of these exotics and you guys were kind of worried that, look, you know what, even if I get it, I still have to upgrade it. No longer, it's a one-time gratification. Like he said, you get the exotics max damage roll, gear score 500, and you're good to go. I'm really excited on the future of the division for crafting, recalibration, builds in general. I think this is going to help everybody out who was struggling with their builds, trying to get those builds, put those build templates together. And like theory crafting, get your builds where you want them to be. Not only that, the blueprints, helping agents get blueprints is going to be better. And then of course those exotic drops dropping at max damage, plus being gear score 500 instead of getting one and then still having to recalibrate it to make it stronger, which really never made any sense to me. So exotics should be max roll, max damage, because that's what it is. Exotics is gratification of getting that eagle bearer, and hopefully it drops at max damage roll. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm excited for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole recalibration, crafting, blueprints. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you found the video useful. If you're new to my channel, first time watching the video, hit the subscribe button, turn notification bell. And until the next video, nothing but skills out.